So you mentioned Sean Penn, and you mentioned um, Ted Hendrick. Ted Hendricks, I think is what his name was. That was Adam Scott's character. Uh, so, what was your favorite secondary character?
I
Is
would
this
have
one
to
yours or
say,
mine? This is
um,
yours. Well, you go ahead.
okay, I would have to say Sean Penn is Sean O'Connell because I would like to know more about. Well, we know Walter Mitty looks up to him. They've had this kind of relationship, but they've never met. They've corresponded through, their work and stuff like that. But Sean O'Connell even sends, Walter Mitty that wallet,
Yeah.
and which is, and it's engraved with the saying on the inside of it. Later on you learn, he throws in the trash because, he's like, this is pointless. I got fired from my job. I can't find the 25th, the little,
Negative.
yeah,
Yeah.
the negative.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, get in depth a little more of Sean O'Connell because he does have a little bit of a humorous side because when Ben Stiller meets him later, when Walter Mitty meets him later, Sean O'Connell says, he says, I can't find the negative, and then Sean O'Connell says, you're sitting on it, and he's like, and Walter's like, he can't believe that he's sitting on it, that
Yeah.
wallet, you know, he looks at him and he's like, you know, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but he's like, that was a bad decision on your part to put that
Yeah.
negative in this wallet. And then Sean O'Connell's sitting there and he was like, I didn't really think of that. So I found that little exchange kind of funny. It's very subtle, but it's kind of like he thought that he was friends enough and was comfortable enough with Walter Mitty that he would send him this little negative hidden in this leather wallet. And I just, something about that made me smile. And it was like, that's so silly, but it's
Yeah.
also silly that Walter Mitty, he never even thought about looking in that wallet anymore. Like after that, he didn't think of that. Think about, oh well, let me check out the wallet.
Yeah.
So,
I love it because Sean Penn, Sean O'Connell, and Walter Mitty are the least likely. Like Sean O'Connell's like the coolest guy in the world, and the last person you think he would be
friends with.
friends and really good friends with and highly respect is Walter Mitty. And so I think that friendship really makes you feel really good because you're like, if Walter Mitty can find a friend like that, I can find a friend
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah, I loved it. I'm gonna pick a different character though. I loved. All right, I'll say this: the boat captain. I think he was a lot of fun. The helicopter pilot, I thought was a lot of
I
fun.
like the helicopter pilot. He was the one that was what, like
He was,
tipsy or almost drunk.
yep,
Was that
drinking. He's like, yep, I'm gonna fly out there as soon as I finish my beer,
when
and he's
he's sitting
already
there
passed
talking
out
about,
drunk.
yeah, when he's starting to do like that, and then you see Walter Mitty's expression, and
Yeah,
so it just made me. I didn't like laugh out loud, but it made me chuckle inside.
I loved it. And even then, when he flies out there, Walter Mitty makes the wrong decision because he jumps at the wrong boat, and the helicopter pilot was right. But I liked Odessa Mitty, who is his sister, played by
Yeah,
Catherine Hahn. I'm a huge fan of Catherine Hahn, but I love how crazy she is and like how excited she is that she gets to play. Oh, what's the character's name in Greece? Oh, what was the character's name?
I can't recall.
Dang it. But I just loved her character because she brings so much like color to it and she's so
Her,
loud.
her wardrobe as well.
Yes.
The
I
wardrobe that she wears is pretty much an outward display of her character inside. Because she's the
I
one that gives him the Stretch Armstrong, I think, isn't she? Doesn't she bring
yes.
that to him?
Rizzo. Yep, Rizzo,
Okay.
that's the character. But yeah, she's the one that gives him old Stretch Armstrong. And I love that she just doesn't care and like her victories are getting like a Rizzo in this like small town, like this community play. And she's like, that's the
Yeah.
coolest thing in the world that's ever happened to me. But she's totally cool with it. She's just happy with it because that's all she really wants. And
Yeah.
I
And I
love
think she also, well, I also think that she helps subtly drive Walter Mitty to want to go looking for Sean, because Walter Mitty's like looking through some stuff, and then he finds this like little travel journal or something. And then she's like, why don't you just give that away? You never used it, which makes him think, wow, I've
Yeah.
never used it. That also
Yeah.
goes to the point of when he's talking to that guy with what is it eHarmony?
Todd from eHarmony.
Yeah, because Todd's like, why haven't you had this stuff filled out? And he was like, well, I haven't really been anywhere. I went to, where did he go? Phoenix or somewhere like that, or
Yeah.
something like that. So he's not really been anywhere. And then his sister says that about that little travel journal, which I thought, you could see in Ben Stiller's eyes for his character, they're right. I haven't really been anywhere. I haven't done anything. Why should she
Yeah.
want to look at my profile? I can't even like her on my profile, but I don't really have a profile because I've done nothing of real substance in my life, or no travels.